How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? Everybody in America is now celebrating the phenomenal accomplishment of our Navy SEALs. The brilliance of these sharpshooters, that while they're on a ship that's wavering and floundering in the middle of the high seas, that they can manage to shoot so perfectly that with one shot they got each guy right in the head and killed 3 people so perfectly and saved our captain from the ship. And now the whole country is celebrating that we saved the life of this captain. God bless them for what they accomplished. It goes to show that America, when the chips are down, is still the most brilliantly organized country in the world, with the brain power and the accomplishments and the unbelievable... what America could do, nobody could do. It's, every time we underestimate our country, we're shocked and amazed at how we could, under pressure, accomplish almost anything we please. But one thing I'd like to understand is, we're so brilliant and this country is so fantastic, why can't we solve the problem of having pirates on the seas attacking our ships? Why would it be possible for a thing like this to happen if somebody told you that 3 broken down kids who can't even afford the rent for an apartment, that's why they don't live on land. They're on the seas because they have no money for rent. And they can't even afford a boat, that's why they have a rowboat. They can't even afford a big gun, that's why they have cockamamie little guns. And these broken down little people who are helpless and defenseless themselves, and in case of, God forbid, a real fight broke out, they would be destroyed in a second, as they were just now. Doesn't everybody have to wonder why the most powerful, most brilliant country in the world who could accomplish anything have to be fearful that a captain of our ship should be captured by these broken down idiots who have no money for rent? Isn't it amazing that if China attacked us, we're ready? That's why China would never attack us, or Russia, because we have the most powerful Navy in the world. But our Navy could only fight with big guns and big ships, and we could overwhelm them and destroy them because our guns could only go for long distances with great power. But if one guy shows up right in front of them, we don't have a gun that could handle it because we're too stupid, as brilliant as we are, to make sure that there's one person on the ship with an actual gun. If we had one person with a gun, but we can't do that because, after all, there's international conventions, there's Geneva Conventions, there's all kinds of international problems that make it so difficult to finally decide, wait, let's have a guy with a gun on the ship and we'll solve this whole problem. Why would the most brilliant country in the world be so helpless in front of a guy called a pirate? They call them a pirate. They're broken down bums, that's all they are. And we are so helpless and stupid that we can't fight with them. And somehow we're smart enough to have people on the planes ready in case of a terroristic attack. We have people in the streets in case of a mugger. We have all kinds of police departments in case of any kind of a criminal. But somehow, because we're in the middle of the ocean, our brain stops working, and the most powerful country in the world can't defend themselves, and we have to worry about a captain getting caught, and maybe he'll be destroyed or died or killed or murdered by 3 broken down bums. Should we have to reach this point? This is the stupidest thing in the world, and we ought to be ashamed of ourselves to have to face this idiocy. The hell with international problems. Give them a gun and the problem is solved. You ever think of it? If you didn't, I did. So write it down and do it.